that ails me. So, yeah. So, Daniela, tell me your journey of becoming NS.
Okay. So I went into nursing 1997 in Anglia University, which is based in Chelmsford, and got qualified September 2000. And I took a role in Princess Alexandra Hospital. I've been there since I got qualified.
And you're a ward sister as well.
Okay. Can you hear me, Nana?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm getting some breaks, but
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, so I'm a ward sister now in Princess Alexandra Hospital. That is some of the role that I do there for 2 days. And my other role that I do in the same organization is I'm the staff side representative, which is the voice for the trust. And what I tend to do is represent members that work in the trust. I've got maybe employment issue. I tend to represent them. I also look at the trust policies to make sure that it's fit for the staff that work in the organization. That is the role that I do in Alexandra.
Fantastic. I want to go back because anytime I'm interviewing people and I see the brilliant stuff that they're doing, I want to trace back to when they were growing up. When you were growing up, was it nursing something on your agenda? Did you want to be a nurse?
Agenda. No, I think I wanted to go into law, and maybe that's why I'm doing the other side of the law. Okay, I wanted to do law, and I did A-levels, government and politics, English language and law. And then in the training, most of my placements, I was placed in prison criminal law, and that wasn't something I wanted to do. I noticed I was more passionate. I tend to listen more. So nursing was something that I said, I think I've got more passion in looking after people and defending people. I would have loved to do both. So I said, why don't I go for my nursing training? I did. And when I got qualified, lucky enough, I had the opportunity. I can do the 2 roles. So I do my nursing. And then since I've done my employment law, I can also support people in the organization. So I can do both in the same trust. Yeah.
Oh, wow. You are a union representative as well. So, you're a mother who wanted to study law, but you're doing nursing, which is great. You are a wife. I'm coming to how you're able to balance, being a wife, being a mother, a nurse, representing your colleagues and in the union. How do you balance all? Because we, especially being an African woman, sometimes when we get married and we have kids, we don't pursue our dreams, and we don't, well, nowadays people do, but it's rare to see you do what you do and dive into this political arena as well. So tell me, I want to dive into your mindset to see the Daniela at home, being a mother and being a wife.
Okay, so I believe in partnership working. Okay, so as a husband, he should be able to support me as well by supporting me to bring up the 2 kids, by supporting me to make sure that the food is also prepared. We both work together. So sometimes if I'm busy at work, obviously when I come home, he doesn't expect me to come and stand and do cooking. So he will take that role. And I think that has helped me a lot to achieve most of my goals. That is all because when we decide to do something, we all work together. Now the kids are all grown up, so we're all working as a team. Some of my role that I want to do, if I'm struggling in certain areas, I know my daughter is there as my support as well. So it's just working in partnership. And I think that is what has helped me a lot to achieve most of my goals I want to. And I'm still, excelling. Yeah.
Fantastic. I like that you are still excelling. The other thing is, when we achieve one goal, you wanted to be a nurse, you're a registered general nurse, 20 years, and the ward sister. Some of us are like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to pursue anything. I'm comfortable with it. Was somebody there to push you apart from your husband, or was this somebody that you were looking up to, like a role model that inspired you to be where you are today?
Okay. I would say that I had the opportunity to meet Diane Abbott some time ago. That was 10 years ago when I first stood 2010 for my district role. And I think she was like a mentor for me. She motivated me. And as you all know, Diane is very hardworking female as well. So sometimes if I have challenges, that's another person that I can actually link to and then ask for some support. And also, I think sometimes when you work in a community, I tend to find out who is doing well in advice. So I tend to seek support from those people as well. And if I'm going wrong, I expect to have someone that is a team that can support me and say, Daniela, perhaps if you do it this way, it will be better than going. I want someone that is going to be bold and confront me. Because sometimes I can be stubborn. So I need someone that is with a strong will that can support me and correct me at the same time. Because sometimes I like to have my own way. So you've got to be that strong person that will be able to push me to get to where I want to get to. And my mom has been fantastic support. I don't think I'll be here without my mom's support. My mom does really, really well, even though she's based most of the time in Ghana. If I've got anything that I'm concerned about in terms of emotional support, physical support, mom is on the other side of the phone and she will give me as much advice as she can. So she's been one of my best role model, I would say. Yeah.
Our mothers, what our mothers being there for us all the time. And hello to everyone who've joined us this evening. Parkway Seawoody, I think you're related to him. Alberta Joyce and everyone that is watching, we say thank you for tuning in. And I am interviewing the awesome Daniella-Woode Pritchard. She is amazing lady. So you also represent your union, you're the staff, and then you are in the union as well of Unison. What also motivated you to go into that?
Okay, Unison, how it started was, I remember 15 years ago when I started getting involved with union activities. I had my daughter and I wanted to go part-time. And I think those times to get a part-time role was very difficult. I wanted to just do 2 days in the whole week because my daughter was going through difficulty health-wise. Those that know me knows a lot about my daughter's background. And I asked to do part-time and the part-time was picked. So I decided to take things further. And I said, if I want organization to a tribunal. And I did my case note. And before I filed to take things further, they came back and they asked me what hours did I wanted to do. And I told them this is what I wanted to do. And my reason why, and it was what I wanted. So because I did so well standing up for my Unison then asked me if I wanted to represent other staff that work in the organization. And I said, why not? It's nice to be the advocate for most of the staff that works there. Not everyone wants to talk. Some people like to have people like me I would speak on their behalf. And that's something I'm very good at as well. And I like, if I've got the evidence, and I think I've got evidence that I can fight for that individual, I like to, run with it and I can go. And I always use their policies to chase them back. So if I've got a policy that you've done and you haven't done it properly, and I think that will support me to win my case for my members, of course I'll use that. And that is how I build my membership with the members I'm supporting. And I've got about 950 members in Princess Alexandra Hospital that I do support.
Fantastic. Wow. 900, that is a lot. And I can see that you've got a lot of fans and people giving you a shout out here. You also run an organization in Harlow called the Independent Women Association. I think by the time we finish, I will ask you to run for Mayor of London. I think so, because the way we are going. So tell me what motivated you to start this organization, Independent Women Association.
Okay, so Independent Women is just women in Harlow that comes from Ghana. So we started with few numbers and then we've increased. What we do is just support each other. So if there's a naming ceremony, there's activities, I think we can support individual. There's a wedding, there's a funeral. We come together as women to support each other. If I hear of any opportunity that I think that is something that my colleague or my friends can benefit from, I like to share information. If there's opportunity in work as well that I think I can support in the community, that is what I'm there for. And do for in Independence, we tend to help charity. So we used to run a yearly event for homeless people. That is an area that I always like to help. So every year we'll do a Christmas dinner dance, raise some money, and that money goes to straight to home at their base in Harlow. So that's for all the people that sleep on the street. We buy blankets, make sure that they're fed well. And this is something that we do to support the women does. We all come together and we support. And I'm quite happy supporting people like that because I always say that you know can have whatever you want. You don't know what is just around the corner. So it's always good to give. And when you give, you receive more as well.
Fantastic. When you give, it's there's a blessing in giving than receiving. And this
Yes.
charity also extends to doing projects here and also back home, being a Ghanaian and supporting your old school. And at least the bed told me this evening that you did really help in them building the arts block in the Archbishop Portugal. What moved you? I know, yes, it's our old school, but people travel and they forget about their old schools and forget about, but what has
Mhm.
really kept you in touch of your school?
Okay. I think with it helping to build visual block in Archbishop Porter, it was the president of AHR. Her name is Lydia Banama. She's fantastic role model to have as well. And I think she was the one that kept saying that we need to do something for the school. And she came up with a foundation to say this is the foundation of the building. What can we do to support? And we all came on board. We had people that were supporting in all kind of ways. We had people that were super sponsors, which it happened for me to be one of the super sponsors. So I can say that the building is completed, keys has been handed over, and very soon we'll have our students using that block. So that is something that I always like to give back. And I always say that even though I didn't complete my whole of my education in Addis and I left and I came to the UK, that's been a place that I've always said shaped me for who I am today. They were very, very strict. I was very stubborn. Those that knows me can say to that as
Oh
well.
dear.
Contest with that. But it didn't stop me from achieving what I wanted to achieve. Some people might sit and say, when she was in school, she was one of those that never used to listen. But God is always there ways for people like me. And when the right time comes, God puts you at the right time. And I think that's what at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm just there at the right time. And I'm trying to best support as well. Thank you.
Oh wow. And they said Archbishop Porter Girls is one of the top schools in and you're making noise about it. I don't know about that. Maybe we have to call the other schools
Oh,
and
of course. In
and
Takoradi,
see
yes.
and see
One of the
and see.
yes.
So shout out to all the Archbishop Porter ladies, present and past, and those here in the UK and around the world. So there is our local elections. If you're in the UK, Thursday, the 6th of March is the local elections, and we are all encouraged and advised to vote. It's super important that we vote, especially at the local. It's the local council elections. We need to elect the right people who are going to help us, who are going to help in making the decisions when it comes to our bin collections, when it comes to schools, when it comes to libraries, etc. So Daniela is standing for two seats, my wonderful Facebook and social media family. And this lady is an amazing lady, and I know for sure that she is going to do awesome work. So what motivated you to go into this and be part of the Labour Party? You see, when you're talking her language, she's so
Mom
excited.
is Okay, mom has always been a Labour supporter, very strong Labour supporter. And I remember when I joined the party, I had few toys that were asked because I like to, I was into business, in my own hair shop. I had a food shop in Harlow. So they thought I was more of a Tory side than a Labour side. But mom is a true, a Labour person. So there's no way I'm going to be a Tory person. My values. So I decided to join the Labour a group of people from SABMU background don't attend. And an opportunity like that, nothing is stopping you from putting your name in the basket as well. And then if you get selected, you then go through an interview. And when you go past the interview, you then to meet the other candidates that already been nominated. Perhaps sometimes they will then ask you to say why you want to be supporting the community. If you're successful, then you then get elected to stand and campaign for the May election, which is going to be 6th of May. So I decided just my plan to stand for city council. My passion is healthcare, which you already know. So my aim in going for the district is to see what changes I can bring into the healthcare service. Because I work in Princess Alexandra and we're trying to rebuild a new hospital, I thought that would give me the opportunity to support that side as well. And also, as Essex County councillor, you get the opportunity to work with county from everywhere. So you'll be working with maybe Southend, Chelmsford, London branches to see what we can do in the community in terms of parking, lighting, rubbish collection, all sorts of things that it will help the community to stand well. Will be something that will be in my area. And I'm quite passionate, like I said. I like to get involved in things. I like to support people, to bring change. That is what I like to. I like to see that people are living comfortable. Even though if they've got little, they're happy, they're comfortable, and they're healthy. Because if you are well, the rest of it is not important anymore. And that's what I like to see. I like people smiling as well. And that makes me smile. Yeah.
I like that. You like to see change, Sometimes most of us, we, especially now in where I am, the bins are collected every 2 weeks, and we say it and we murmur and complain. So I hope your area going to hold you really accountable. Make sure that their bins are collected every week. Yes, I see. Oh, okay. Shout out to all our Ghanaian those in Ghana watching. A shout out to all of you. Irene, I see you. Alberta, Ronnie, thank you so much for joining. Juliet, Justine, we are so thankful that you've all joined and supporting. And please make sure you share. And on the 6th of May, the most important thing is, especially if you're in the county that Daniela is standing for, in the Essex County, when you go, make sure you're supporting her so that she brings the change, the things that is on her heart, that she wants to bring it to pass. When we talk about healthcare, I mean, we have been, the pandemic is being something that has kind of put the healthcare in a very big situation. And one, you had the COVID, you recovered. The last time we spoke, you had just recovered from the virus, and we did share about the vaccination. So before we continue our conversation, tell me how the vaccination is going, especially in our community.
Okay, so I was saying how it's doing really, really well. We're now vaccinating the age group of 40. Okay, that is fantastic. And I think now the BMU community are doing really well. They're coming in their numbers, because before we had some issue where they were not too sure. Then on the social media, if you can remember, we had people saying that gives black clots, so a lot of people were very scared and worried. But some of the advice that I tend to give to BMU communities: if you travel to Ghana, you sit in the plane for 6 hours, you're still at risk of getting black clots. So it's the same thing. If you have a baby, you're still at risk of that. So it's up to you to make sure that you move around. Circulation is very, very important. And sometimes, me, for instance, if I'm traveling and it's more than 7 hours, I tend to take little aspirin. because aspirin thins the blood, and that's why I do personally. And then when I learned, I'll take aspirin for a couple of days, and obviously that prevents me from getting a clot. So if you hear of something that they were clot, I think it's better to ask your GP and ask whether it's okay for you to take aspirin if you're that worried. But if you're moving around, I don't think you have any issue at all. And I can see that in Harlow, we have a large number of people now coming for the vaccine, which is very, very positive. So hopefully we should be able to go back to normality very soon. And I'm quite happy about that.
Hopefully, and then we can all travel. I bet those who want to go to Ghana are so ready to go, but make sure you are vaccinated. Daniela, you know these vaccine passports that we've been hearing here and there that they're going to introduce. How true is that?
Well, there's been a discussion about the vaccine, the passport to travel, but there hasn't been any confirmation because obviously they've got to think of human rights as well. So this is something that Boris is looking into with the health minister as well. So there hasn't been any confirmation. But if you read a lot, you will see that other countries have started. Okay, so the moment other European countries start, there's a possibility that might happen in the UK. So rather than us sitting and waiting for that to happen, and rather than waiting for you to be at high risk of catching the corona again, why don't you get yourself vaccinated so that if it happens that you want to travel, you've still got the evidence? Because what we do is when we give people the vaccine, all your information goes back to your GP surgery. So your GP will be the person now how your record will show you have had your vaccine. But at the moment, there hasn't been any confirmation. I can see that happening soon.
Wow. So if you're listening to us and you haven't had your vaccination, please, it's so important that you have yours. I've had my first one, waiting for my second one. Yes, when it started last year, everybody had their meds and all the circulations and the WhatsApp videos that were going on. But at the end of the day, your health is important. So, if you have doubt and you still haven't taken it, talk to somebody who has, talk to your GP. There's so many informations out there, but do not let somebody advise you, because you know what's happening. People that were sharing videos and were advising people not to go and get, some people have gone to take theirs. So don't sit down and be ignorant. We want you to be healthy. We want you to be here. Well, Alberta said she's had her 2 doses, both doses, fantastic. So, share with your friends. When I had I didn't have any side effect apart from the pains from the needle. But then apart from that, I'm fine. So please take care of yourself and let's continue to protect ourselves so that we can live to declare what we've been called to do. So Daniela, on the 6th of May, we're excited. And what's going on in your head? How are you feeling?
Relax. There's a lot of work, and and I talk to you almost every other day. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of leafleting that I had to do. There's a lot of door knockings that I have to do. I think on my side, what has helped me a lot to make life more forward is my members that work in Princess Alexandra Hospital. Because if you can remember, I've got 900 that are Unison members. So if I get you even vote, it gives me the opportunity as well. And most of them help with the leafleting. I've got different platforms that I joined. I've got any platform that some of them did some leafleting for me. I've got a girl that went to Aisha Porter as well. She lives in Harlow. She distributed a lot of my leaflets as well for me, herself and her husband. So some people have been fantastic. They'll be ringing, asking me where have I covered, which side have I not covered, and they will actually come to my place and they'll pick the leaflets out and support me. So I had 6,000 of the leaflets that I have to knock on doors and put that through people. It wasn't easy, and at the same time, remember, I have to go to work. So in the evening, most of the time, that is what I spend my time doing is door knockings. Yeah. It's not easy though.
You are amazing. I think when was it I asked you, do you sleep? Because you have to go to work, you have the kids. Of course, you have to fulfill your wife duties as well. And then the next day you are work, you have to go do lift. When do you have time to have your me time? Do you, so that we want to tell our sisters and our brothers out there, we want to tell those we are inspiring that, look, you can do all this, but you still need time to take time, sit back and relax. So when do you have your me time?
I do have time for myself, like sometimes an hour or two. I can even have a nap for an hour. So it's just trying to balance things and organize is the most important thing. I have to be very disciplined and organize my day. So I know today this is what I'm doing. And also I get support also from the kids. They help with some of the leafleting because my daughter is almost going to be 18. So she's a big girl and help. She check all my emails and then she'll tell me what I need to respond to. My son also helped me with skipping. So I've got myself into skipping just to keep fit because when you've had the COVID, it takes a long time to recover. So what he's helping me to do is to build up the energy so I can do more door knocking. So I think it's family team support is what has helped me a lot.
Brilliant. And then thank you to all the your members out there. Ifwa is saying you're most welcome, and all of you other who you're supporting our sister. We want to say thank you. So the Ghanaian community. What about the churches in your local area? Are they also involved as well?
The churches, I'll say a big thank you to the Pentecost Church. They've been fantastic. They've been great. They've been leafleting also for me. They've been sharing on their platform. They've been calling to see which area I need support in. They've been praying. And then in my school platform, I've got our president called Rita. She's doing as well for me. So I'm getting fantastic support from everywhere. And I'm hoping that I won't let them down, that whatever I've asked, I'm going to deliver. I'll be able to do that. But then, as you know, I would need in there to be able to deliver what I wanted to deliver for the community. And I know God is on my side. He's always been on my side. So I've got no fear at all. And I'm looking forward for the 6th of May.
Wow, brilliant. That is the spirit I want. You have no fear, and as far as you are up for it. And what's up? Alberta said, Superwoman best. And she said, you on top of your wifely duties. Okay, so maybe um, Irene, when after the 6th of May, maybe we have to get her to come, and then we have our girl to girl section as well, and then she would teach us how to stay on top of our duties. But today it's about her focusing on her election day, which is the 6th of May. If you are in Harlow and in the Essex area, Daniela is standing for the district council and Essex County Council on the 6th of May. So make sure you take her, And have you got any of your leaflets to show us so that in case, somebody sees it? Because maybe the picture here might be different from the picture on the leaflet. We have you got any leaflet to show us?
I can share that I can send you a copy, and I normally share my status as well. So anyone is watching must be mine. So they must be have a contact with with me through Facebook, WhatsApp. So I normally share every day. So that is somewhere that they can also look and then share on my behalf. So okay, but
Okay.
they've been great support. Yeah, they've been great support. Yeah.
So if you're watching, please go on Daniella's Facebook page, which is the same name, and on her Twitter, on Instagram, all her socials, and let's share and let's support our sister. One thing I love is I like the fact that you're saying you're being supported, and it's if one person wins, we all win. If our sister win, she puts all of us on the map. And I am thankful that we are all supporting. Do your bit to support, and not only her, but anyone that you get an opportunity to support in whatever way, and when they're doing, especially wanting to change lives. That is the best service one can offer to mankind, is to be serviceable. And Daniela is one amazing lady, very humble, very hardworking. I just love your spirit of hard work, and I am thankful to have you on the show today. What do you want to tell everyone that is watching, and the community, and your union members, and your staff, and everybody that is connected to you?
Okay. What I'd like to say is it would be nice to have more people from our background to join to this like this, because one person cannot make a lot of changes. You need to have more, so it'd be very nice to have more from BME background to join the Labour Party and also have a voice, because the more that join, the stronger it's going to be, and the more we can support people that have got maybe issues that they want to discuss and they don't feel comfortable to discuss. But when you're kind, it's easier to explain things better rather than going round in circles. So I encourage a lot of people to join, and I'm always there to support us, tell you what you need to do. I'm always there to share. I like sharing. So it's not a big deal. If you feel that you want to be part of this, let me know, and I'm more than happy to show you. Yeah.
Fantastic. You're happy to share. Sharing is caring, or caring is sharing, which one? But you are doing amazing. So on the 6th of May, as I said, if and
Thank you.
not just Daniela, please go out and vote. Sometimes they say that we don't like to vote. We sit back and we criticize, and we say, "Oh," but this time, let's see the numbers. Let us all vote. Get, if you want your voice to be heard, is when you go and vote. So make time, whether it's I think, Daniela, the postal is finished, isn't it? To do the postal one. Now we have to go to the poll
Yes, we've
station.
finished the postal vote. Yeah. So now we've got to go to vote. Yeah. Yeah.
You've got to go to the postal station and go and vote. And if you want to, so what is your to for us to round up, what will be your final speech?
I don't have a final speech apart from, asking God for guidance and support. So I've done everything that I can do with my, physical and everything. So now what I'm doing is I'm leaving everything to God. If He thinks that is the best place that He wants me to be, it will be done. And that's all I can say. Thank you.
God's will be done. I just had a question. Someone said, what are some of the challenges that you have faced since wanting to stand for this post?
Yeah, it's the door knocking. Sometimes I can knock on the door. If that person opens and doesn't like someone, let's say BME background, they can shut the door because that's their house. Okay. Sometimes I can knock a door, the person will pick the leaflet up and will go straight to the bin in front of me and chuck the leaflet in the bin. Some of them can swear and tell me to go. So these are some of the challenges that you face when you're knocking at door. But most of the time, that they can't be that educated to be using languages like that. So I will not belittle myself to that level. So when you insult me, I'll say, thank you very much. Okay, yes, it is your house. And yes, I'm sorry for putting leaflet through your door. I just want to make a change. That's what I'm asking for. And if that is offended you, I'm very, very sorry. And I'll move next door. There's no need for me to argue with that person. I will not belittle myself anyone.
No,
I'll
no,
just
no,
excel. I'll apologize. And let it go.
You cannot afford to. We this is we live in a social media world. The moment you do that, somebody's going to film you and put you out, and then later it comes back and haunts you. I see. Well, oh, okay. Now people, okay. Another person is asking that when you become when you win on May 6th, when you win, are you going to give up your um nursing job? Somebody's asking. I don't think so, but well, answer us then.
No, never. No, nursing is part of me. You know, if I have to choose between my nursing career and going into politics, my patient comes first. I've always said that. So nursing is now still carry doing. I only do nursing for 2 days anyway. And the other days I just represent members. So I can balance both. And don't forget both roles, listening and supporting. Okay. If I'm standing for county, what are some of the issues? It could be an healthcare issue. I've got issue with my GP. I can get appointment with my GP. All I have to do is make a phone call and check radiology. So it's listening and supporting. It's exactly the same thing. So no, nursing will carry on doing my nursing career. Yes.
You will carry on
Happy
doing your
to
nursing,
nurse.
and she is a woman, a talented woman. And then I've got, I think I'm going to do the 3 questions, and then we'll run out. The other one is, what are some of the leadership qualities you give to the younger generation coming up, so that if somebody wants to run in the future, what are some of the qualities they have to have?
I think it's self-discipline. Okay. You need to have some self-discipline. You got to be able to listen is very important as well. Listen, okay. Sometimes people think you can make change straight away, but they have to remember it can't be one person. You need a lot of people to make the change. So listening and supporting and making sure that you look at every place that you go to their policy. You can't go wrong when you go a policy, because that is what you will use to fight any corner that you tend to face. So when I go to places or when I'm trying to speak to people, I tell them that when you are at a specific place, your environment, what is the negative? What is the positive? Okay, the negative, what can you do to change? Okay, what can you implement to make? You might not be able to do everything. You might be able to make a little change. And to me, making a little change makes a difference, because it's like someone walking with their feet. And then you said, rather than me going to buy a designer shoe, I can still get you the sandals. That means you've solved something. The person is not walking with barefoot anymore. They've got something that they're wearing. So it's a little change that makes a huge difference. And I believe in that when I'm supporting younger ones.
Wow. Yes, discipline. Listening is one big thing for leaders, to listen to the people, and I'm glad that you have those qualities, and supporting. And so if you're a leader out there, or if you are thinking of going into leadership, your listening skills should be on point. So thank you, Daniela, for that. And the last one is that would you run for mayor in the future? That's what someone is
I don't
asking.
think Harlow will do. No, Harlow, no, not for mayor, but I'm hoping I'll be the next MP for Harlow. So I'm hoping that one and then Robert Half will be competing to stand for Harlow. So hopefully, you never know. That is a vision. That is something that I would like to achieve. So let's watch this space. That's all I
Let's
can
watch
say.
this
Let's
space.
watch this space. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Daniela. And I hope Daniela has answered the questions that you sent to me. We wish you the best, great success, and we look forward to having a conversation again after the 6th of May.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
thank you for coming to listen and watch.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. And we wish you all the best. God bless.
Send that to Nana Shecha, or send that to me directly as well.
Okay.
Thank you, Nana.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. God bless. So we have listening to our wonderful sister, and making, and also, she's putting the name there, and putting all of us when we support our own is super important. Thank you to everybody that joined, that commented. Please share. Let's share her poster. Let's support. If you are in her area, Please go and vote. Tell your friends. Use this is when we use our WhatsApps and our platforms and to support. Do that, and I know that we'll be blessed, and our sister also will be blessed. Have a wonderful evening till I come your way next Sunday. God bless, and know that you belong at the top. Bye bye.